Well, welcome aboard the motor vessel Jackie O'Neill. Today I'm going to give you a tour of the Wheelhouse while we're actually moving a tow up the river. And I'm going to first talk about essentials. First essential is the pilot house chair. This one has a lot of cushion, it reclines, very important to have a comfortable chair. As we move to the aft, we have coffee. You know we need coffee. This is a Keurig with all sorts of flavors. We have a regular coffee pot, we have a microwave, we have a refrigerator. As we move farther around, another essential. Now that's all the essentials. Now let's talk about all this other stuff that we need to use to get the tow up the river. As you look forward, here I have 3 throttles, 1 throttle per engine, 3 main engines back there. The way we control the throttles is pull back, slow the engine, you can see the RPMs drop, push ahead to accelerate. We have, we rotate on this engine 215 revolutions per minute. So back there, there's a propeller back there, we call them wheels, is spinning 215 times per minute. And we have forward, neutral, reverse. Now the way we control the tow or steer the tow is through steering levers. Now these steering levers are connected to rudders back on the stern. So when I move these levers back and forth, there are 3 massive rudders that turn in unison. As you can see, I can steer from either side. When I move one lever, this one on the other side also moves. So these are the steering levers. Just above the steering levers are flanking levers. Now, these flanking levers control the rudders that are forward of the wheel. So when the boat is in reverse, we can control which way the thrust of the engine goes while it's in reverse. I have 6 flanking rudders underneath, 3 steering rudders, so there's 9 rudders underneath. Now let me explain some of the instruments that we use. I'll start with the one we use the most, or one I use the most. It's called a swing indicator. As you can see, the swing indicator is telling me I have a slight turn to port. Now we use this indicator, tells us when the tow starts to turn and which way it's turning. And if I want to cancel that swing, I can just put a little bit of starboard rudder on it, and you can probably, you may be able to see that I'm starting to zero out. In other words, the tow's starting to go straight. You might ask, why would you need a swing indicator? Can't you just look out there? Well, it's not quite all that easy. A lot of times when we're in sets and slides, the tow will be, you might not be able to tell whether or not the tow is actually turning while you're in a slide. This indicator keeps us, shows us when we're turning. Now, right here I have sounders. Now, if you want to look out there, 1,400 feet out there, there are sounders. There's one on the port side, one on the starboard side. On the port side, you can see I have a depth of 28 feet. Starboard side, I have 25 feet. As we move around, I have radars. I have 2 radars. I have one on the starboard side, I have one on the port side. The starboard side is set for 2 miles, port side set for 3. This one I use to verify what I'm looking at out there. Now, this one, a lot of times I'll use this one when we're doing close work with another boat, as I pass another boat. Also, we'll use this radar in case the weather gets bad or it gets a little foggy and we have a little bit more difficult time seeing. I'll use this radar to supplement what I'm looking at out the window. Now, port side, this radar goes out 3 miles. And this is pretty much my risk avoidance radar. I have vectors on it so I can tell how my relationship is changing to other vessels to avoid us having a collision. Now moving around, AIS. The great thing about AIS is it sees a long ways. So I can actually see a boat that's 4 miles up the river, and it will show me the river, where my boat is, and where I'm going to meet that boat. So very shortly here, I'm going to have to communicate with this boat the Captain Phillips box, I'll have to communicate with him to choose up which side we're going to pass each other on. Another indicator we use, which is very important, it's kind of our slide indicator. This one will tell me my forward speed and how far I'm sliding one way or another. I've actually seen this gauge going 10 mile an hour forward and 8 mile an hour sideways. So it helps us determine how hard the toe is sliding to one way or another. In this case, we're going 5.8 mile an hour forward, and as you can see, it just went to 0, so I'm going dead straight. As we move around, we have this side here is my navigation side. The reason we have everything on one side is because I do not want my head go back and forth. I need to make a passing arrangement so that Jackie O'Neill to the Phillips box. We'll be on the one whistle. Okay, thank you, Jackie O'Neill. That's how we pass folks. This side is my navigation side. This guy's side is the office side, basically. This is just, I have right here is a deck log that we keep, and then we communicate to the office just like you would any other computer with emails and the like. So, we do have some comforts on a radio, an XM radio tuned to Jimmy Buffett. Can't beat that. So, then we have the communication radios. I have a radio on my port side. This one is set to my crew, so that when my crew is going out on the tow or they need to communicate with me, we communicate on that channel. This radio here, on the starboard side, monitors channel 13. That's the navigation channel. As you just heard just a minute ago, all the boats in this area are on that channel, so I can communicate what side we're going to lead traffic on. This one is channel 16. We're required by law to be on it. It is a hailing frequency. Also, the Coast Guard uses that channel to communicate, if there's a vessel in distress or if we need to communicate with them for some issue. And so anyway, that pretty much concludes this video of the Jackie O'Neill.